Hello, YouTube fam. How y'all doing? It's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, the channel where I rant and I review. I'm your host, Uncle Tim. Fam, I've been dimming my light for a long time because I wanted other people around me to shine. But you know what? That's not my job to dim my light. The sun's job is to provide light and to shine bright each and every day. I call myself the sun because that's what I give off. I give off positive vibes, as many as I can, and I send them into all different directions. And the thing that I basically been getting, man, is I've been filling so many people up that there's nobody pouring back into me. My wife pours into me all the time, but as I fill other people up, they don't pour nothing back. And see, that's what I need from people. I need people to give that energy, that reinforcement, that joy, that light, that energy back. And you know what? I learned not to give it all out. I give a little. I listen from time to time. And you know what? I smile, I speak, I open doors. I continue to be myself. Because that's what I need. I need to be myself. And like I said, some people are self-conscious about who they are. But that's not your job, to cater to any of that. Man, if you out here killing it with the Jordans, oh man, those some nice shoes. You know they nice shoes. That's why you picked them up. And you want somebody to say they nice shoes. Somebody that you know that ain't gonna hit you upside the head and take them. Bro, I've been wondering to myself, why was I given this type of light? Why was I, deemed worthy of this? And I know you saying, man, come on, you going too far with this, huh? No, it's some people that come into your life and revitalize it. They energize you. They talk to you. They make you feel better. You feel like you're a better person just from talking to these people. And there's nothing wrong with that. But when you talking to people who don't have your best interest in mind and just make you feel like you're a burden, you don't need those type of people. You don't need to be around those people. You need to be around people who see you and value you. Bro, like I told you before, having negative people around you that ain't doing shit with their life, it's like having a cage around yourself. Like you sitting in a cage because these people ain't doing nothing. They don't want to see you do anything. Sometimes, man, people are okay with you as long as you up here. But, they okay with you right here. But they up here. But when you start coming up here, that's when things go wrong. This is when people who are friends turn into enemies because they're okay with you when you are beneath them. But when you start rising above them, that's when the hate comes, bro. Not everybody could accept your shine or your glow up. Some people can't accept that. Some people can't rock with you when you win it. Dude, there are a lot of people that could roll with you when you lose it. Why? Because they don't see you as a threat. They don't see you as too much of anything. Bro, like I tell you, a lot of people don't know how to read. At least 70 to 80% of this population can't read. And what I mean by that is people are looking at face value. They're not defining or reading or vetting the person. Because this person might be more than what you just see. You see so many millionaires out here just wearing regular damn clothes, damn near looking homeless. Because, see, you don't see value because you don't know how to spot value. Sometimes, man, the thing that I learned is you got to be quiet. And you got to listen. You asking yourself, what am I doing wrong? Why am I going through this over and over again? Why don't nobody see that I'm hurting over here? Usually, it's the people that give you everything that they got is usually the ones that's out here hurting. Because they done gave everything they had to give. Like I said, sometimes you got to let people drown. This is why they say when a person is drowning in the water, you got to wait till the fight leaves them, because they be kicking and they be punching and swinging, trying not to drown. And they've been to hit you and you've been to drown. Hit you, knocked you unconscious. You drowning out here. No, you got to let that fight leave them. This is when you save them. But you got to do what you got to do. You got to understand who you are as a person. and why you was put here. You got to understand your purpose. Your purpose is to save yourself first before you save anybody else. Someone asked, is this a toy channel or is this church? Dude, this is everything. This channel is a little bit of everything because, we deal with all this stuff. You deal with stigma collecting toys. First thing people think, you a pedo. That's what people think, bro. You over here playing with toys. Oh, he trying to get close to kids or something. This is what people think. And there's some people out there that made it bad for us, but again, not all us like that. Dude, you buy toys because you like them. You grew up with this. Dude, in this day and age right now, I used to wear bright shoes. I used to glow real bright. I used to wear my colorful shoes, colorful shirts, colorful looking coats. Dude, I had to calm it down some because someone told me you shining a little too bright and people are paying attention. I stopped. I backed up and I received what he told me. He wasn't trying to tell me to hate on me. He told me they're watching you. You might want to calm down a little bit. That I understood. See, you got to listen sometimes when, that voice hits you. You can't just be like, oh man, he just hating. No, he telling you something. You may not want to hear it, or you may need to hear it. You may want to hear it. You may look at it and be like, damn, he got a point. Look at him out there. They out there acting a damn fool. Bro, whether if we win or lose, we doing what we doing. We out here living our best life. Or what's your version of a best life? You get what? We don't all have the same version of a best life. Some of us, man, all I want is a cabin in the woods, firewood, a dog, and, some good coffee, man, and be able to fish every day, man. That's some people's dream. I get it. Some people's dream is to live in a mansion, travel to all these exotic places, post Instagram pictures every day, of all of what they're doing. Living these crazy lifestyles. My dream, brother, is to be happy. My dream is, spend time with my wife. Enjoy what we got. My dream is just to sit here sometimes and talk to you all. The reason why I didn't sell none of this stuff, because of you all. I thought about selling this stuff many a times since I done had this channel. But, a lot of you all enjoy it just as much as I do. And I'm thinking to myself, a lot of people watch this channel because of this stuff. Because they're like, man, I like what you got. Sometimes I'm not able to get what you got, but I can see it there and I can relate. Some people like, dog, I don't even collect toys. I don't even have any hobbies. But, again, I listen because I like hearing you talk. I get that. I enjoy that. I appreciate that. There's been so much stuff that I've been wanting to talk to y'all about and be real about. But, a lot of people don't get it. Man, we out here trying to be the best versions of ourselves that we can be. And yes, I do get inspirational sometimes. Sometimes I do sit back and talk about, maybe we need to calm certain things down and reevaluate things. Yeah. Because somebody who really cares for you tell you that stuff. When people don't care about you and let you spend willy-nilly, that ain't your friend. That's an enemy. They don't want to see you win. People who want to see you win be like, man, maybe you need to calm down a little bit. Maybe you need to focus on some of this over here. Shining bright don't always mean in having the best of everything. Shining bright means sometimes your light touches other people and make them feel valued or appreciated. Sometimes your light makes other people feel uncomfortable because they're not used to you. You're not normal. You're not a normal person. A lot of us are not normal. And I'm just being honest. Some of us are different. Some of us are special. And some of us are not special. Some of us are great. It's just, I'm being honest. Some people out there were given gifts. I'm not saying I was one of them, but I'm just saying this life, everything that you was given is meant for you to use. Bruh, if you got that light, let it shine. Shine brighter than the sun and illuminate the darkness. Let them know that you here. Let your voice be heard. Maybe you the one that's going to get out there and do something to change the world, to change the future. But again, sometimes we got to sit back and understand. We need somebody to tell us it's our time. It's your time. Yes, you are in your winning season, but you don't understand. Sometimes your winning season may not be what you think it is. Winning for some people means that things are going right that normally don't go right. You know, you got an opportunity to get a job that you're not even qualified to get, but they're training you on the job, and you're getting paid what other people are getting paid. Or you out here, you went to the store, you didn't have no money, you was praying, trying to figure out how you gonna get the groceries. You was the 25th customer in line for some reason, and that got you free groceries. Blessings, lessons. In these lessons, there are blessings. This is why I say we all go through our trials and tribulations, and we come out either on the other side. Sometimes we are scared to go through the tunnel. Sometimes we go in the middle and run back. Or sometimes we be like, look, I'm going to go through this and see where it leads. Sometimes you got to be like that. You got to take the good and the bad, because it ain't going to always be good and it ain't always be bad. But guess what? It's going to be what you make of it. I hope this teaches you what it taught me. You got to shine. But till later, peace out, fam.